Hi everyone, welcome back to Dish and Tea with D. So I am here in regards to again the Diddy scandal. Again, back to we already know that they are they are going to be taking things to a grand jury. Um, but they are still preparing. And here is another person. I did do a video yesterday in regards to the people that may be coming out and speaking in front of the grand jury, and this may be another one. She is Mila Morales. She is an ex makeup artist that claims she was next door when Diddy abused Cassie in the alleged 2010 attack. So this isn't from the 2016 video that we saw. This is actually 6 years before that. So this has been going on for a while. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
And Mila Morales. She's a former makeup artist for Diddy and also Cassie Ventura, working for Diddy for years and eventually becoming a friend of Cassie's.
So before we get into the video and I continue the video, please push the like and subscribe button. That is free to do. I'm not asking for anything, just like and subscribe, all right? So I can keep bringing you this content for you. Awesome. Let's get back into the video.
In 2010, Mila alleges that she heard Cassie being physically abused and was a witness to the aftermath of the alleged attack. She joins me now. Mila, thank you so much for being here. This has been, for so many people, illuminating, infuriating, troubling, devastating. You can go down the list of things, but it's so difficult to speak about.
I know.
Being a witness of anything. Tell me how you must be feeling just knowing that this has even come to light.
Well, I have kept this secret for like 14 years. I mean, the first time I experienced it was 2010. And I was in the hotel room when Puff came in, and I had no idea Cassie left. And when I woke up, I just saw his presence come into the room. They went into the bedroom and shut the door, and all I could hear is screaming and yelling and whatever was going on in there, I don't know. But all I could think of was to grab Cassie's things and start packing it up and just getting her out to safety and bringing her to my house. So that's kind of like what transpired from that night. And once she came out of the room, she was badly, beaten.
Oh my God. What did her physical appearance look like?
I mean, knots on her head, black eye, busted lip, but a lot of knots all over her head.
Did she go to the police at that point or anything?
No, we didn't know what to do at that point because, Puffy is a very powerful person and we were quite terrified. So I just, brought her to my house, and my friend, who is a doctor, I called her, and thank God she was in town because we didn't know what to do. And she treated her for, just to make sure she didn't have a concussion or anything like that. But it was really, it was painful to see Cassie like that because she's such a, a beautiful human being. And for a man to just hurt any sort of woman or child or animal, it doesn't matter. But Cass is a good friend of mine, and I just felt, so I just didn't know what to do. I felt like I don't even know how to describe how I felt that night.
It's important to note we did reach out to Diddy's team in regard to Mila's allegations, but we have not heard back.
Determining the
Okay. So, as you heard, that was Mila Morales. She is going to be more than likely
I want to bring in
the feds are probably going to bring her in as a witness. You silly. Come on. Hi, say hi to Coco. Your new Coco. Yes. Say hi, Coco. Say hi. Over here, silly. Over here. Hi. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Okay, so again, that was Mila Morales. She was again an ex makeup artist from Diddy and Cassie, and a friend of Cassie's. She was just telling her story of an incident that she had witnessed from Cassie, and not including. She also stated that there was a doctor that she had, a friend of hers that she had called that was a doctor, and that also could be another witness that the feds can call in and have them testify. Um, you know, they gotta, they have, oh, that's kind of interesting because they didn't come to her as, but back then the rules were a little different to where they really didn't have to um, report any kind of violence or anything like that. So I mean, times were a lot different back then than nowadays. So doctors now, psychiatrists now, they all have different rules and regulations now to follow as over the years as the laws have changed. So that may be something that another person that the feds will probably be reaching out to and seeing if they're one of the people that they are going to be bringing to the grand jury as far as testimony and witness and just to kind of, more than likely they'll probably just have her just to kind of corroborate other people's stories, so that way the more people you have to corroborate, the less of a chance that somebody can say that you're lying or that you're making it up or whatever. You're just doing it for the money, you're doing it for this and all this other reason and speculations on why um, accusers have always the accused have always put it back on the accusers. So again, that is just kind of like an update on who they may be bringing to the grand jury. Um, that is just one of the makeup artists. Like I said, she knew. It's just really crazy, really cray cray. Like this whole thing, like just people are coming out of the woodworks. It's like, Lord Jesus, what is going on? Like, was Diddy supposed to like be the Antichrist or something? Like, I don't get it. Like, who knows? So all we gotta do is just wait and find out and see what happens when this court goes today. But I mean, he, I don't know. I think with this case, it's going to be a long shot. Not including there's all this accusations and allegations with Drake. Um, we'll get into him as well. We'll probably do another video in regards to Drake and all his dealings. But I'm just trying to see who else they're going to bring into this grand jury. We already know they're talking to the victims that filed the civil lawsuits already, and I'm pretty sure they talked to anybody that was listed in those civil lawsuits that the victims had wrote in there, whether they brought up any names, whether they mentioned anybody else that was at the parties that they have seen, anything like that. They are going to reach out to them. They are going to dig, and they are going to dig deep. They are going to go further to your grandma's and mama's past and things like that. They are going to do some deep diving. I wouldn't be surprised that it's about another year or two before they even take it to um, to to the grand jury, to the court, to even to the hearing. A hearing's not going to be done for a long, I would say about another year or two. I mean, they haven't even detained or arrested Diddy in regards to these allegations. So, like I said, they ain't gonna touch him until, but best believe if Diddy was supposed to goes anywhere, leaves, comes, goes, does anything, it's going to be under strict microscopes. And if he does have a chance to leave and flee the country, that's a sign of guilt. That's a sign of guilt. So, is he going to stay and play the game? Is he going to run and leave? It all depends because, money doesn't last. Now, if they're also talking about money laundering, like, then he ain't going to have no money to take with him. They're going to freeze all that. And according to some sources out there, a lot of that stuff is under his mom's name. So they're going to look at family members. They're going to look at relatives. They're going to look at the closest friends, the closest, like anybody who has any kind of ties. They're going to see their names. I don't care if it's a made up name that Diddy made up for himself, whether it's a nickname or whatever. They are going to find it. They are going to go through those records. They're going to go through the finances, and they are going to break down every line item. Now, again, like I said, that is going to take a long time, so it probably won't be another year or two before they even make an arrest or try to attempt to make an arrest on him. But there's just so much talk and so much is coming out, and I think there are two people that still need to, like, two, at least minimum two main key people that need to come out and speak in regards to this, and that still is J Lo and Mary J. Blige. Now, as far as J Lo, her marriage is already in shambles. So it's like he never wanted all that, and then now you're bringing all the attention. He doesn't. Ben Affleck doesn't like attention, and then you're bringing him all the attention, and then now it's in a negative form. So it's like there's no saving that. You're done. Just file the divorce. Get it over with. Come out, speak the truth, clear your name, clear your conscience, and and enjoy the rest of your life, and pray that you don't go down for any of this, because again, just like that, you like these victims become abusers, but that's just what they know. So it's kind of kind of hard, when do they become a victim and when is it an abuser. So there's that line. So I mean, it's kind of hard, especially when a lot of these victims have Stockholm syndrome. It's like you're trained, they beat you down, and your brain and your mind only processes a certain way after a certain point, no matter what kind of person you were before. It takes a lot of work for your mind to be untrained that way, in order for it. I mean, somebody who is good turns bad can always recuperate to being good, because they know what it was like, and they know what it is feeling to do good things for other people. But those people who don't, who's been brought up that way, and it's just a continuous cycle, and there's never going to be a break the cycle. So that is the real abuser there, and the real victim. Even though they turn into the abuser, there's still a point to where they can be saved. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just my thing. If you knew what it was like to be good, you know the feeling. If you were able to feel that way before, you're able to feel that way again. If you just are just a pure psychopath and never had any emotions or any kind of, well, yeah, if you showed any kind of empathy, like if you never did that, then you're never gonna have it. You're never gonna recuperate. You're gonna have to. You're there. You shouldn't be let out. Just saying. Oh, so I'm just still waiting for J Lo and Mary J. Blige. Come on out, guys. Come on out. We're waiting. All right. So that is it. I will be back. I am getting ready to do. I will post another video. We'll probably be talking about Drake. I may even switch over to Vanderpump Rules for a little bit. Because I am all about Vanderpump Rules. Been watching it since day one, season one, episode one. Um, have my favorite characters. So again, like or subscribe this video. Like I said, liking and subscribing is free, guys. So show me some love, and I'll be back. The more you like, the more I could be able to post and get put up stories for you. Um, so again, just like and subscribe, and I'll be back. Have a nice day.